E, cara, ele foi ganhando. E quando ele ganhou a conferência, ele só me mandou uma mensagem: estou te esperando. E quando você promete algo para um amigo, você não pode recusar. Então, por isso que...
Imagine being so good, FIFA had to tweak a football rule because of you. Well, that was the case of Neymar, who developed an unstoppable penalty technique as a teenager that made goalkeepers move before he hit the ball. So all he really had to do was hit the ball into an empty net. Dude did this repeatedly. FIFA had to step in to ensure goalkeepers had a chance to make a save. Neymar clearly made keepers look useless from the penalty spot, but he wasn't all about penalties. He was a blend of flair, tricks, and a not-so-pleasant attitude. Also, he was one of the best wingers in the world at age 18. Well, there's no doubt how talented Neymar is, but how good was Prime Neymar? You'll find out in a moment, but in the meantime, kindly subscribe to this channel if you're new here. Also, please hit the like and share buttons. Neymar is perhaps the most talented Brazilian professional footballer after Ronaldinho. Although several folks in the football community consider him a prince who never became a king, it doesn't take away the fact that he was phenomenal. He became a global superstar in Barcelona, but that wasn't where he made his name. Neymar came into the limelight playing for Santos. He joined the club in 2003 and made his professional debut in 2009, but it was in 2010 that he became a force in Brazil. He was so good that his absence at the 2010 World Cup is considered by many to be one of the reasons the Samba Boys of Brazil were not as dominant as many folks expected them to be. As an 18-year-old in Santos, Neymar was already tearing Brazil apart, and his name was already heard in Europe, even though he was not going to leave Brazil until after 3 years. As a Santos star, Neymar played a major role in his club's win of the Campeonato Paulista in 2010. He played in 19 games, scoring 14 goals in the process. That's not all. He was named the competition's best player. This was huge, but Neymar was just starting. After his successful outing with Santos, Neymar went on to put up several amazing performances. He was so good that European clubs were keen on getting his signature. A couple of English clubs made big moves for him.
Sempre cresci, escutando Jordan, Infelizmente não tive a oportunidade de vê-lo jogar, mas cara que inspirou.
First was West Ham, who was looking to sign him for £12 million. Neymar was young, but his deal didn't seem tempting. Chelsea then came forward with a £20 million offer for the Brazilian, but Santos didn't consider this good enough. Although the offers from Chelsea and West Ham were not considered good enough, there was more to Neymar's continuous stay in Brazil. You see, as intensely talented as Neymar was, he wasn't ready to play in Europe just yet. Of course, he had the skill, but dude had a bad attitude and could get into trouble. Neymar was known for diving. In addition to annoying other players with his love for diving, he also caused the sack of a coach. Neymar was far from the best version of himself, but he was so good that he ended the 2010 season as the third best player in South America. In the same season, he played in 60 games and scored 42 goals. 2010 for Neymar was great, but 2011 was even better. He played a key role in Santos's appearance. in the 2011 Copa Libertadores final. He scored 6 goals and finished the competition as the joint top scorer. He went on to help Santos win this tournament and was named the man of the match in the final. This victory was Santos's first Copa Libertadores trophy since 1963. That same year, he became the South American Footballer of the Year. The next year, while only 20 years, he scored his 100th professional goal. This was probably not a big deal when compared to the achievements of Messi and Ronaldo, but dude wasn't even in Europe yet. 2012 wasn't just the year Neymar scored his 100th career goal. It was also the year he won his first Campeonato Paulista trophy. He was voted best player and forward in the competition and had a goal contribution of 20. Still in 2012, he was the joint top scorer in the Copa Libertadores. This seems normal, but the crazy thing is that Santos didn't even get to the end of this tournament. Additionally, 2012 was the year Neymar won every award possible for a South American and was named South American Player of the Year for the second consecutive year. It soon became obvious that he was getting bigger than playing in Brazil. At this point, Neymar was already getting a lot of global recognition, and top teams across Europe were keen on having him in the squad. Santos was not ready to lose him yet, so they increased his salary by 50%. This kept him for a while, but it wasn't good enough to keep him for long, as Santos might have wanted, because in 2013, Neymar was off to Europe. Neymar faced Barcelona in the FIFA Club World Cup, and his team got thrashed by 4-0. Well, after this tournament, he became a Barcelona star. Although being a Barcelona star was good, several years before becoming a Catalan, he almost signed for their rivals. Sadly, for some reason, the deal with Real Madrid didn't pull through. Although 2013 will be remembered as the year Neymar signed for Barcelona, it is also the year the world recognized that the Brazilian national team had a new star. Neymar had built a reputation as a great player on a club level. However, he had to wait until 2013 to do some of his tricks wearing the Brazilian jersey. But you do not have to wait a second before subscribing to this channel if you have not done so. Now, in 2013, it was obvious that Neymar was going to the World Cup and the fans couldn't wait to see him. But before making his World Cup debut, he played against Brazil in the 2013 Confederations Cup. He started this tournament by scoring Brazil's first goal in the match against Japan. As beautiful as scoring against Japan was, it was merely an introduction, because in the next match, which was against Mexico, he was involved in the 2 goals scored. He scored a goal and provided an assist. He went on to score a free kick against Italy and continued with a goal against Spain. He ended the Confederations Cup as the player of the tournament and was the man of the match in 4 matches. Neymar's performance at the 2013 Confederations Cup gave the football community an idea what he was going to be like wearing the Barcelona jersey. He made his Barcelona debut against Lechia Gdansk in a preseason friendly, but that wasn't when his first goal came. The Brazilian superstar got his first goal in a 7-1 thrashing of a Thailand 11. A couple of months after his first goal, he got his first hat trick. This was in a Champions League match between Barcelona and Celtic. Although Neymar was yet to become a starter in his first season at Barcelona, he was able to feature in 41 games, scoring 15 goals. This wasn't bad at all, but it was really an appetizer for what he brought to Barcelona. You see, at Barcelona, he was able to form a deadly alliance with fellow South Americans Messi and Suarez. Together, Neymar, Messi, Suarez were called the MSN. Their partnership was able to help Barcelona win a treble in 2015, making them the only team to win 2 trebles. Beyond his contributions to Barcelona's Champions League campaign in 2015, Neymar scored a goal in the final against Juventus. That year, he was able to score 10 goals in the Champions League and 39 in all competitions. His 10 goals in the 2015 Champions League put him on the same level as Ronaldo and Messi, who both had 10 goals each in that campaign. Additionally, since Kaká finished the 2006-2007 Champions League campaign as the top scorer in the tournament, Neymar was the only player to finish as the top scorer aside from Ronaldo and Messi. This might not be considered a big deal by some football enthusiasts, but recognized as a force in an era dominated by Messi and Ronaldo, showed just how good Neymar was. Beyond scoring 39 goals in all competitions, Neymar's partnership with Messi and Suarez produced 122 goals in the 2014-15 season. He also got nominations for the Ballon d'Or and was just behind Messi and Ronaldo. Neymar's fine form didn't end in 2015. The next year, he was able to score 31 goals in 49 matches, and together with Messi and Suarez, he got 131 goals. Neymar had become one of the biggest players on the planet, and only 2 players were considered better than him, Ronaldo and Messi. That's not all. In Barcelona, he was considered the second most important player, but he wasn't just a Barcelona player, he was also an important player for his country. After a disappointing outing at the 2014 World Cup, Neymar got a chance to redeem his image as a Brazilian Brazilian football star. He got called up to represent Brazil at the 2016 Olympics. He was team captain and was instrumental in having the Brazilian men's football team win the Olympics for the first time. He had 2 goal involvements in the quarterfinal. The first was a direct free kick and the second was an assist. After going through Colombia in the quarterfinals, he led Brazil through Honduras in the semifinal. He scored 2 goals in this match. He didn't stop at this. He went on to score Brazil's only goal in the final. This match ended in a draw, got into penalties, and Neymar scored Brazil's winning penalty. Neymar had a stellar performance at the 2016 Olympics, but life after the Olympics was even better. He was able to score his 100th goal for Barcelona and was on course to become a club legend. Sadly, he didn't seem so interested in becoming a Barcelona legend. He appeared more interested in becoming the biggest player on his team. Of course, Messi was his teammate, so there was no way in the world he would be number 1 in Barcelona. He knew this, so in 2017 he left Barcelona and moved to the French capital. PSG paid 222 million euros for his signature. With this, he became the most expensive player on the planet. As much as this might be considered some form of achievement, Neymar's move to the French league wasn't a smart football move. He became the best player on his team, but that was about all. The French league didn't offer him the level of competition he was used to in Barcelona, and it was only a matter of time before his level began to drop. It might be easy to say Neymar achieved his dream of being the best player on his team at PSG. However, this dream was quite short. It was interrupted by the arrival of Kylian Mbappe from Monaco just a year later. There was a bit of coexistence between the 2 stars initially. However, after a while, Mbappe became the bigger player, and Neymar had to move once more. His fans expected him to remain in Europe, but he shocked the world by moving to the Saudi Pro League. As much as he is still a great player, his move out of Europe was seen by many folks as the beginning of the end of his football career. Although it was a good move financially, doing so at 31 was a little too early. Neymar could have gone on to become the best player in the world. Sadly, he couldn't even win the Ballon d'Or, and to football enthusiasts around the world, he didn't fulfill his potential. But what do you think? Could Neymar have done better? And does his lack of a Ballon d'Or award mean he didn't live up to expectations? Kindly tell us what you think in the comment section below. Please watch this video on the screen and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this.